Rain City, the Emerald City, Jet City. This is Seattle, Washington, and this is I Travel for Coffee. My name is Mike, and I'm on a mission to find the best coffee that this world has to offer. From coffee roasters to coffee shops and everything in between, this is I Travel for Coffee. It is early morning here in Pike Place, so there aren't very many people out. It's also the week of Thanksgiving while filming this, so we're about midweek right now, and there's just not as many people out, so you kind of get the market all to yourself. Before we start this journey and check out 4 amazing coffee places here in Seattle, I want to kind of run you through a little history of how Seattle became the coffee city of America. Directly behind me in Pike Place Market is Lau's Restaurant. In 1908, long before Lau's moved into this, 2 brothers from Boston, Massachusetts decided to open up a coffee roaster here in the brand new Pike Place Market. Their last name was Manning. They sold coffee, they roasted coffee, and they became extremely popular, becoming Seattle's really first known coffee roaster. Their popularity eventually led them into California as well as Oregon, where they opened up numerous shops. At one point, they had dozens of shops all throughout the West Coast. They eventually got into the hospitality business and hospitals as well as food service and shut the coffee down. But they were the original coffee roaster here in Pike Place. So the 1950s and 60s brought in hippies and beatniks into the scene of Seattle coffee. This caused a mass change, and you started to see more coffee shops now serving espresso-based drinks such as macchiatos, cappuccinos, and lattes. You started to see the roasts change a little bit to more Italian-style dark roast coffee. This is when you started to see a switch where coffee shops didn't become a place that you just went to have a cup of coffee, but a place where you hung out and met other people, listened to live music, and appreciate the arts. This is where coffee and art started to come together. It was the 1970s, and 3 individuals who wanted to get into the coffee business decided to take a trip to California, Berkeley, California, where they met up with an individual named Alfred Peet. Alfred Peet decided to teach these 3 individuals how to first roast coffee and then market said coffee. That individual ran Peet's Coffee, which we all know from the grocery store shelves, as well as shops all over the country. The 3 gentlemen that he trained would go on to open up the most successful coffee shop in the world and change the coffee scene as we know it. That's right, they started Starbucks right here in Pike Place Market. Seattle's coffee history is deep. It has so many different layers and so many different shops that have done so many different things. And it continues to evolve to this day. Today, we are going to go check out 4 awesome coffee roasters / shops here in the downtown section of Seattle. Seattle has to be broken into pieces because it is such a coffee city. We are only focusing on the downtown section today. All right, so the first location we will be visiting here today is heading up Pike Street from the Pike Place Market entrance and walking for about 5 minutes. I'm really excited to check this spot out. It is a local's favorite. This is the one when I reached out and asked people in Seattle where I should go. Many of the individuals said, you have to hit Monorail espresso. So we're gonna go check out Monorail. Let's go. so we are at Monorail Espresso here in downtown Seattle, Washington. You can see it directly behind me here. This is a very, very small location. In fact, you cannot go inside. It is just a sidewalk stall. You walk up to it, you order what you want, they bring it out the window, but they do have some outdoor seating right next to the road. Monorail has other locations in the city as well, but I wanted to check this one out just due to its uniqueness. I love any tiny little window on a street that serves coffee. I mean, what is greater than that? You just walk up to a window and somebody hands you a cup of coffee. That sounds fantastic. So I went with a cortado today. I've been getting a lot of comments online about why I'm not drinking cortados. And I know you're gonna be like, yeah, let's ask the snobby guy with coffee why he's not having himself a fancy cortado. Well, it's not that I don't like cortados. I really actually enjoy them very much. It's just not normally what I go with, but here you go. For all of those who want to poke fun at me and tell me that I'm a super snob, I got myself a cortado. Let's go in for the first taste here in Seattle. Really, really good. So that is a rich cortado. So this is what I heard from everybody who was talking about Monorail Espresso whenever we were having these conversations, is just how much flavor is inside of that coffee. So this is not a fruit forward. This is what I think of when I think of Seattle, Washington-based coffee. It has a little bit of a smoky side and it perfectly mixes with the milk. This is such a good cup of coffee. So I can see why the locals are hitting this up. Like I said, everybody's taste is different. Some people want a fruity flavor in the beginning, or maybe they want that dark flavor in the beginning. This is really good, and it's not compromised by being too dark. This is actually really well balanced. This is a delicious cup of coffee. It doesn't matter where you are in Seattle. Maybe you're just walking around, checking out the sights. Come up and check out Monorail or hit one of their other locations here in Seattle. You will not be disappointed. Let's move on to the next one. So such a cool visit there to Monorail Espresso. And like I said, they do have more than one location here in the city of Seattle. Definitely give them a look if you are looking to have a really good cup of coffee while you're in the city. So we are quickly approaching our second coffee location here in Seattle, Washington. And this one is back down close to Pike Place Market. This is Victrola Coffee Roasters. Let's go check it out. So in Seattle, Washington, we are at Victrola Coffee Roasters. Victrola is one of my personal favorites. I have been to Victrola many, many times before. I love their roasts. I love what they do in here, and they make an absolutely beautiful drink, as you saw. So I stayed with it. I got another cortado for everybody out there. That's right. I'm just gonna live up to the hype here. I figure if you're gonna get that drink, you might as well get it in Seattle so everybody can say, oh, look at that guy having his cortados. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. I bet you it's extremely delicious because I have had this taste before, but I've never put it on the channel. So let's go in for the first taste of Victrola here in Seattle. Really, really good. So that is a single origin espresso. That is Ethiopian. So single origin means that they are only using the beans from one location. Normally, when you get an espresso drink, it's a blend, which means it might have a little Ethiopian and a little Brazil, maybe a little Sumatra for a smoky flavor. They're pulling those all in together and then mixing them to make a taste for you. When it's a single origin drink, such as this one, you are only getting where the bean came from, and it is the same bean the whole way through. Single origin can oftentimes bring a lot of flavor because it is just that bean that is producing that taste. You're not getting a lot of different notes from different beans. So this is Ethiopian. I think you all know, if you've watched the channel by now, that I absolutely love Ethiopian coffee, and this tastes delicious. Amazing. So if you are the type of individual who likes the type of coffee that is not massively overpowering, but you just want a good, solid espresso, Victrola is your place in Seattle. They've been here for a long time. They know what they're doing. They have numerous locations all throughout the city. Come in, check out Victrola. This is one that you will not be disappointed in. Cheers, everybody. Let's move on to the next. All right, so just leaving Victrola Coffee Roasters here in Seattle, Washington. I love Victrola. I think they do a fantastic job. They are an older kid here in Seattle. They've been here for a very long time, and they have expanded all throughout the city. They are a really, really good coffee roaster, and they can make some drinks that will really blow your mind. I love Victrola. I think it is fantastic. So many of you may remember Post Alley from the Seattle's Best Post Alley blend that they used to sell all throughout grocery stores. This is kind of their claim to fame, was Post Alley back here, where Seattle's Best kind of got their start. So one of my favorite snacks to grab here is a very popular snack in Pike Place Market. Right next to the original Starbucks is Piroshki, which is a Russian baked good. Piroshkis are so good, you can get them sweet, savory, however you want to get them, but I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna grab one because I am starving right now. All right, if you have not had a Piroshki, I highly recommend you stop while you are in the Seattle Pike Place Market and grab one. They are family owned, they have been around for a long time, and they have all different types. I got a Swedish meatball Piroshki, so let's dive into this. That is delicious, packed with meat. They're a little pricey, but man, they're good. So 3 blocks up the hill from Pike Place Market, and then a left on 3rd Avenue. Walking about 5 minutes will take you to our 3rd coffee location here in Seattle, and that is Slow Day Coffee Roasters. Slow Day is starting to take this city by storm, making very, very good espresso drinks, and I am super excited to go check it out because they are a newer kid here in the city of Seattle. Let's go check out Slow Day Coffee. All right, so Slow Day Coffee Roasters here in Seattle. Really, really cool place. So this is almost like a co-op. They use beans from all over the place. Today they are using metric. That is what we are about to have. And again, just to stay on task, I got another cortado. So we're gonna taste this drink and we are gonna see what we think. An amazing flavor-forward espresso. Really good crema, mixes really well with the milk. It is extremely delicious. They use different beans different times, which opens it up for having a different experience every time that you come in here. You're not getting the exact same beans, so it's gonna be a different flavor every single time. I love that. I like that coffee shops are starting to do that because it makes it more interesting and it makes it exciting to not know what you're gonna get, and you get to try different coffees from all over the place. If you're into that, if you're into the experimental and wanting to know really, really flavor-forward drinks, I would say Slow Day is definitely the place that you want to check out in Seattle. They've only been here since April, so they are a new kid on the block in Seattle, but they are fantastic. Slow Day Coffee, come check it out. Let's head back to Pike Place to check out our fourth and final location. Okay, so just leaving Slow Day Coffee Roasters. They just opened in April and they are a new kid here in Seattle. They use different beans, like every month or so they are gonna swap out for another roaster, which makes it really cool because every time you go in there, it's like having a new experience. It's like tasting a new coffee. They are very much third wave. They are a really, really cool coffee shop, and they are practicing in the art of bringing those flavors forward in your cup. They were definitely different than the first one, but very much similar to Victrola. All right, so we are heading back in to Pike Place Market here in Seattle, and we are gonna make our way to the fourth and final coffee destination. Pike Place Market is a true gem here in Seattle. You will find many, many cool things inside of this market. Everything from fresh seafood to flowers to clothing and to music supplies, you name it. Pike Place Market probably has it somewhere in here. Now I will say some of the prices can be a bit steep. You just kind of got to shop around. Not all the food is the greatest. Just like any other large market, you kind of just got to go with what the locals say and find your true gem. But yeah, in Pike Place Market, very cool place to visit and a must stop when in Seattle. Still a line back there, absolutely crazy. People want to get that Starbucks in their system. There's so many different places, so many. I'll tell you what, that tastes just like a cherry that's been covered in chocolate. They're spot on, spot on. It tastes just like a fresh persimmon. They're nailing it. They're nailing it here. It tastes just like a pear. They're nailing it. I hate wood in my mouth. That tastes like pepper jelly. That really tastes like pepper jelly. Huh. All right, in a bottom section here in Pike Place Market, you will find our fourth and final coffee destination. This is Ghost Alley Espresso. Let's go check it out. All right, so we are at Ghost Alley Espresso here in Seattle, Washington, and it is directly across from the gum wall. So if you know the gum wall, you find the gum wall. It's very easy to find Ghost Alley because it is directly across from it. Now, I cannot get in and do any of the beautiful shot pulling shots or anything like that, because they are behind the scenes here at Ghost Alley. You literally have a window, you place your order, and they bring it out through a door to you, and they give you the drinks. So yeah, there won't be any filming like we usually do, but I'm gonna grab that coffee and we're gonna talk about it right next to the disgusting gum wall. All right, so Ghost Alley Espresso is right on Post Alley by the gum wall. So if you know where the gum wall is, you will find Ghost Alley Espresso. This is one of the signature places here in Seattle. They are another long runner. They've been here for a while, and people love their coffee. They have their local favorites here. They come every single day. Let's give Ghost Alley a first sip. Here we go. All right, so first and foremost, this is a cortado, but this is the darkest cortado we have had of the day. This is actually along the lines of a very dark roast. So Ghost Alley is using that robust dark roast that you would find at many different chain Italian style cafes. This is a very, very dark roast. If you are into a dark coffee, then Ghost Alley is probably the one that you want to check out here in Seattle by the gum wall.
Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out my life, why don't you, babe? Hey, you really don't want me. You just keep me hanging out.
All right, so we tried 4 different coffee shops here in the city of Seattle today, and all 4 super unique. Monorail espresso, amazingly well-balanced espresso. That was my favorite of the day. Extremely flavor forward, really, really tasty. We then went to Victrola. Really cool place, obviously a staple in downtown Seattle. And again, really well-balanced espresso. That one had such a good flavor profile. And then we went to Slow Day, who's the new kid on the block here in Seattle. And they are rotating different beans in and out all the time. So who knows what experience you'll have there, but that is super awesome because you get a different type of coffee every single time. And then we ended today's day at Ghost Alley Espresso, who's more of a robust, smoky, classic, gloomy Italian style espresso. So you got that really, really dark roast that Seattle is known for and that people come to this city for. It was very, very good. If you are into dark coffee, Ghost Alley is yours. So absolutely great day here today. If you like this type of content, I just ask that you hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, follow along. I would love to continue doing this. And I do have a web store open now at itravel4coffee.com. Again, that's itravel4coffee.com. Get yourself some hats, some shirts, whatever it is you would like. It really helps out the channel. So as always, coffee connects us. It brings us together. Sit down with somebody, have a cup of coffee, and just talk for a while. From the hub of coffee, Seattle, Washington, this is I Travel for Coffee. See you, everybody.